What's really funny is when I first saw the chart, I thought First Republic, I was like, that's a bank I'd want to buy because they own a bunch of small multifamily, maybe 30-year fixed like I own my stuff, right? It's all perspective.
Yeah, it's all perspective.
Like, First Republic, that'd be a bank I want to buy in 5 seconds. But then when you peel back the layers, like you were saying, loans, highest number of adjustable rate mortgages, over $2 million balances, not 30-year fixed rate debt, small multifamily I love those assets the same way that you guys, we all love 1 through 4s because they're extremely liquid assets.
Correct. Multiple buyers. At any
time. A 12-unit building, a 15-unit building, a 50-unit building. The bigger you get, the harder it is to find a buyer. So that's why when I first looked at that, when you sent it over, I was like, wow, I don't know why First Republic's struggling so much. And then you look at like UBS Bank USA, almost all of their stuff is 1 to 4 family residential real estate loans. The question is how much of those I'd love to see what they're actually investor loans.
Yeah.
And making 2 to 4 a separate category, because if you found a bank that was concentrated in that 2 to 4 area, that bank is going to have the least trouble of everybody.
Yeah. It was really the colors, the disproportion. You can clearly see Morgan Stanley Private Bank is very focused on the 1 to 4. Again, yes. I wonder, just because of the name, I have done no research, but just because of the name and given what my research on First Republic is are they doing big homes also, right? Private banking?
I would, if they are, I would bet they are.
You would think, right?
Yeah.
And then you look at Signature Bank, it has no resi loans. It's all that other stuff, which is now obviously, owned by the FDIC or New York Bank.
New York buying them out. Yeah.
So if you look at this from the investor's standpoint, some people are concerned, you have more than $250,000 in the bank, right? I had to spread money out between a couple of big banks, but the investor that's thinking, I own several mortgages, right? I have several mortgages with some of these institutions, like Flagstar's got 4 of my mortgages.
Flagstar.
It's the second bank from the left. Yep. Right. And so I'm part of their little blue section down there.
Okay.
What happens to my mortgages if that fails? The uneducated person who probably doesn't have a mortgage yet, but is thinking of getting into it, thinks that would be a great position. I would love to owe the bank money, and then the bank shuts down.
Yeah, Dion, did you know what happens when Flagstar? Yeah, I'm not saying they will.
So the next step is
down. You don't owe any mortgage. You're done. The bank went bankrupt. Don't you know that?
Right. That's what some people will say when they've just started looking into this, not thinking that I did not get my mortgages with Flagstar, but they currently own 4 of my mortgages.
Ooh, yeah.
Because they just buy, sell, and trade them. And when they go bankrupt, it's going to be assets under management that become assets that are acquired. Somebody else will have my mortgage. I will still owe the same amount of debt. It has no change to me whatsoever.
You mean it doesn't wipe out? Come on, Dion.
Right. It would be great if it did. We'd all go do a bank run. We would tell people how to cause a bank run.
Yeah, exactly.